Welcome to the Yoga Sissel yoga videos for pregnancy. Hi ladies, and thank you for joining me for this Yoga Sissel video. Now this video you can do at any stage in your pregnancy as long as it feels comfortable. You can do it in bed if you like. So yeah, it's just gentle practice, moving the body a little bit, but staying on the floor or in your bed for extra added support. As you probably can't see, but I'm sitting up on a block. It's really good to have something, a block or a bolster, or if you're lying in bed, using your pillows as props. And then from here, we're going to lie straight down onto our backs. So from here, having your knees bent and your arms along the side. And we're just going to do some nice, easy pelvic tilts, and then we'll add a little bit of height. So to begin with, only lifting your tailbone towards the sky. Feel your feet push into the floor, and that might take a little bit of pressure off the front of your hips. And you might even feel like your navel, like your belly button, is lifting up towards you. And then relax. Again, inhale, just the tailbone towards the sky, flattening your lower back into the ground. And exhaling, relax. One more time. Lift, pointing your tailbone to the sky, flattening your back. Good. Now I've had my hands here just because I like to feel what's happening. You can also, of course, just leave your hands along the ground. And then keep pushing your feet down as you slowly take your tailbone higher to the sky. And you'll feel the back of your legs and your buttocks firming up to push your hips up toward the sky. You might even feel your belly drop a little down toward your chest. And then slowly reversing, you roll down from the top of the spine. Still keep your tailbone reaching up so that it's the last thing to relax down onto the ground. And again, the tailbone starts. This is a ripple effect. The more your tailbone lifts up, the more your feet press down and your buttocks firm. And you lift your hips up higher and higher and higher. And slowly exhaling. So we want to have our feet hip distance. And noticing if your knees begin to wobble, move really slowly so you can try and keep your knees steady. Feet hip distance. And you'll notice if you feel the feet are too close to your bottom or too far away. We want the knees and the heels stacked. So for some, that might mean you can just brush the back of your heels with your tips of your fingers. Again, inhaling, rolling up. And the exhale, rolling down. Rolling up. And rolling down. Now, if you've got a lot of tension across the chest, you might like to add on a little bit of activity around the back of your shoulders. So little robot arms, your fingers point straight up to the ceiling, your elbows hug in and down, tailbone lifts. Hips come higher, rolling the spine up, your elbows push down, so you feel it even open across the chest. And then we roll down from the top of the spine. Arms still engaged. 2 more times. Inhaling, lifting up. You might even notice that at the top you can walk your shoulder blades a little closer together. And exhaling down. Last time, inhaling, rolling up from the tail all the way, ripple along the spine. Pause here. It might feel nice that taking a little bit of pressure off the bladder and the belly. Maybe squeeze your shoulder blades together and slowly rolling down. And if that felt really good to have your hips up, but you feel like it's very hard for your legs and your buttocks, you can rest the back of your hips just on the block or the cushion And you can even stay like this, having that slight elevation, and that can feel really good around taking the pressure off the bladder and the belly and the lower back. It's important that you don't put your prop up to the lower back. It stays down around the tailbone, the coccyx, so that you almost feel like your lower back is pouring off the block, and that can help release a little bit of tension too. Letting the breath move down deep to your belly and slowly exhaling out. This might also feel really nice, like a bit of release for your digestive system. But don't do this after you've eaten, because you're going to feel like everything's pushing your stomach into your throat. And then releasing this. Now using your prop once more, either again a block or a bolster, we're going to let the left leg go out straight. Bring the right knee into the chest. And you know, if you need to make space for your belly, hug it in. You might like to inhale the head up just to release a little more. Stretch your left leg away from you. You might feel it nice and easy across the front of the hip. Lying down, we take the right knee across the body, which is just gentle, gentle twist. Roll all the way onto your hip. Now, I really want you to keep this leg up high so that you're not twisting too much into the belly. You can even, these bolsters are awesome throughout pregnancy. That might feel a little higher, even block on top of the bolster so that you also feel like your whole leg is supported. And then you can stretch your right arm out behind you, but leave your left hand onto the knee, just so that you feel like it's sort of anchored in place. And then we're going to do some circles with this back arm. So take your hand down towards the hip, and then just sweep it along the floor, all the way up over your head, and tap your knee. And then inhale the same way back, all the way up and over. Feel it stretch your arm, move your shoulder socket. One more time, inhaling all the way up and over. As you exhale, tap the knee and all the way back. You can even skim past your cheek, past your ear. Good. Now, last time, you're only going to take the arm up to your ear, and then from here, bending your elbow, slide your elbow along the floor so you bring your elbow down towards your hip, and then straighten the arm, and then rolling onto your back. Place the left foot down, and we move the props onto the left side. So, right leg straight, left knee into your chest, hug the shin, and maybe with an inhale you lift your head towards the knee. You push the right heel away and down. Feel that stretch the front of the hip. And then relax your head and shoulders. And so now, the left knee comes across the body. Let me just navigate with my mic here, and resting the knee, right hand on top of the left knee. And then you stretch out through the left hand across the chest, and take your hand down towards your butt. From here, 2 big circles, inhaling all the way up. Keep your fingernails on the floor for as long as you can, and tap the knee. And then inhaling all the way up and over, and hand towards your hip. One more time, inhaling all the way up. I like feeling this into my shoulder. It's like a big, nice, juicy yawn. And taking it back. Stretching as far away as you can with your hand. Good. Now this last time, the arm only comes up halfway, so up to your ear. And then you bend the elbow. Keep the back of the hand and your elbow down towards the ground, and you slowly pull that down towards your hip. Stretching your arm. And then roll onto your back once more. Good. And you can leave the left leg down, and you're going to take your right leg up towards the sky. So left foot is on the floor, knee bent, right leg up, and we start by just flexing the foot and pointing. So nice, easy calf pumping. Inhaling and exhale to point. Inhale to flex and exhale to point. And inhale to flex. Now we're going to make some rotations. Clockwise, nice and slow. Get into the creaks and cracks. And then the same amount of times in the other direction. Good. So this is also helping to pump. Gravity's help pump the calf muscle with all that, then get that extra blood down through the veins. Gravity's also helping. Now we're going to add on a little more. So as you flex the toes, you're pulling the ankle back. But now try and scrunch your toes like you're making a fist. From here, point your ankle, but pull the toes back. Pull the ankle back, curl the toes. Point the ankle, just the toes pull back. One more time, ankle back, scrunch the toes, point the ankle, pull the toes back. And then the last, you might already feel like this is quite heating. And now, as you pull your ankle back, scrunch your toes, and try to lift your inner arch towards the knee. So you turn the sole of the foot in, and then you turn the sole of the foot out. Turn the sole of the foot in, turn the sole of the foot out. And then point your ankle, flex the toes, and you do the same thing. Sole in, sole out, sole in, sole out, and then give it a bit of a shake. So you might even feel how that has pushed blood and extra fluids down into the legs, swapping sides. So to begin with, just nice, easy calf pumps. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Nice, slow and steady. And then we add on the circles. One direction, like 3 or 4, and then the other direction. And then we add on the tricky business. So you flex the ankle, but scrunch the toes. Point your ankle, pull the toes. Pull the ankle, scrunch your toes. Point the ankle, pull your toes. One more time, ankle back, toes forward, ankle forward, toes back. And now we add on the sideways movement. So the ankle back, twirl the toes, turn the sole of the foot in, turn the sole of the foot out, turn the sole of the foot in, turn the sole of the foot out, and then point the ankle, pull the toes back, turn the sole of the foot in, turn the sole of the foot out, sole in, sole out, and then give it a shake. So those ankle practices you can do on your own whenever you like. Really, really good, especially if you feel like you're really swelling into the feet and the ankles. Because not only does gravity help drain everything down, but you're actively using the muscles to pump blood through the veins. Good. And then from here, we're just going to leave our legs up for a moment. I can even notice that there's different colors in my feet. So this foot that's been down, my right foot, is looking a little bit more red, like it's got blood in it. And this other one's looking a little bit more yellow, like it doesn't have any blood in it. So that's a good sign. And if you can't keep your legs up, you can use your props, the bolster or the block. And again, like in our bridge pose at the very beginning, it's down towards the coccyx rather than your lower back. You just let your hands come up, your feet up, just let everything drain. You might notice that your fingers are getting a little chubbier and your rings are becoming a little tighter. So you can also do a little pumping action with your fists and your fingers, stretching the fingers, squeezing fist, stretching the fingers and squeezing fist. And then doing some little rotations. So it's essentially about keeping the body moving. As soon as we don't move, things get stuck. Blood pools into the feet, our ankles get swollen, our wrists and our hands get swollen. But if we move a little, we keep things moving inside as well. And then bring your feet down. And then rest for a moment on your side, on your left side. And you might already, you might like to use a prop, so you can rest your knee on the block. It can also feel good resting your whole leg up on the bolster. Your arm is a pillow, and you can just relax here, just let everything equilibrate. If you've got an extra cushion, you can rest your head on the cushions. If your belly is quite big and heavy, you might like to prop the belly up with a cushion or a blanket as well. Let's just let everything equilibrate. And once you're feeling calm and settled, using your hand to push you up to a comfortable seat. And we're back at where we started. So just close your eyes, rest your right hand below your belly button, left hand on your heart. Just connecting between your own heart and your baby's heart. And letting yourself relax into this moment. And gently opening your eyes. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you again soon. Namaste.